There are two things that I encountered as an individual, and these things are cash and credit. Cash and credit. In the nation where I come from, you have to pay cash. You have to pay cash. It is difficult to deal with anything that you're doing without paying cash. You may be able to pay installment, but you have to pay cash. In USA, I think the most thing that is being actually idolized is credit. You know, you want to build your credit so that you may buy something. The banks, you have possibilities of being given loan from the bank. You can get a loan of your car, you can get a loan of your house, you can get a loan of anything that you may ever desired, as long as your credit is good and is built well. So when you come from a nation where you're paying cash, it becomes a little bit more complicated. However much to those who don't really want to pay, things may not really go well with you if you're in USA. So the wise way to do things is to pay everything in time so that you don't have a debt which keeps on growing as time goes by. And as a person who comes from a country whereby we pay things by cash, if you can, as a person who comes to USA, and you can stick on paying everything with cash, to me, I would suggest that you go with that. That would be my suggestion, because it is a good thing to understand that you can pay everything with cash unless you feel like you can't afford it. But I'm telling you, with the heart of paying everything with cash, you will never be a slave to any debt. You will never be a slave to any debt. You know, well, my brother and my sisters who are home, that the Bible speaks it well, that a borrower is a slave to a lender. That's what the Bible says. So if you're a person who wants to really be, I want a car, you borrow money, I want everything, you borrow money, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you'll be having a car, it's not yours. You'll be having a house, it's not yours. You'll be having the phone that you're having, it's not yours. People will like your way of life, but I'm telling you, what they may not be able to know is that all your life is on debt. So, in my own suggestion, you'd rather own something small, but it's yours, than having everything, but it's not yours. Yeah. There's a certain mindset that I happen to encounter is, I think, in economic forum, where they're having this weird thing. I don't know if it's a slogan, that you own nothing but you're happy. In the country where I come from, you own, it may be small, but you're happy with what you're owning. I don't like to be in a world whereby I own nothing. You know what? It is a world of slavery, because what are they using with what they would have owned? You can't have any suggestion to do anything. You don't have ability to operate on anything. In our country here in USA, if you own a house, you keep on paying the tax for the house that you own, which you sleep in. Even though you've paid it full and you don't have any loan on it, you still have to pay taxes. And if you don't finish paying those taxes, they will come for you and take your house. So in Uganda, if you own a house, you own a house. If you own a land, you own a house. You own a land. So if you're a person to come here and you think life here is this and this, you just need to weigh in, think twice, and evaluate. Understand what kind of life are you living, and which kind of life. I know we have consequences. I understand the challenges. I understand what we go through. But one thing that you need to understand, to me, not to any other person, this is my own say, I would rather be having a life of paying cash. I may own only one car than owning two cars, but when I have paid cash. You may find a person in our country here, he is of my age, he has never finished school. He finished school, but he's having a student loan, he's having a house loan, he's having a car loan. Even maybe the fancy phone that he's holding, he's also having a credit on it. So he's gonna pay all those maybe for almost like 30 years, or probably depending on if he's good at paying. If he's good at paying, he can reduce those years from 30 to a few years, depending on how you're paying your stuff. Then you imagine a Ugandan is having a bachelor's, he paid cash, you paid cash for your studies, right? But again, after paying cash, I'll say you're looking for a job. But you just imagine an American person who is having all that credit. And for you, when you see that kind of life, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm too poor. Oh my gosh, I can't make it. You rather look for a job or start with the little that you can start with. But you are happy. You don't have any credit. And I'll say, understand that there are also American people, children like you who left school and they're having the school loan. And when you have that in your mind, I'm telling you, you never reason the same way. And if there is an American who is blessing you, please consider that as a blessing. And in my own suggestion, I would ask you to also be a blessing to somebody, because you've been blessed. People bless you when they have nothing. So be a blessing to somebody who may not be able to have or have access to what you're having. If you happen to succeed in life or in business because somebody blessed you and is from USA, I would suggest you bless somebody else, so that you may understand that at least I'm also a blessing to somebody. But if you're really selfish, you're calling yourself poor, and you're thinking that you're the only one who's in that kind of situation, think twice. People of your age who left school and they studied the same course that you're studying, some left it on credit. And they're going to work for 30 years to actually pay all that money. God bless you. I didn't explain a lot of stuff with credit and cash. I'm just kind of giving you a small understanding with credit and cash. God bless you, and I love you so much. Bye-bye.